Howdy, partners. Welcome back to Elden Ring, I guess. Jesus Christ. Okay, I think that's good. Cause oh my god, that is so loud. Anyways, welcome back to Elden Ring. It's been a while. Hold on. I probably hopped on to do some like PvE stuff. I haven't played it in a while. I haven't updated in a while. So thought I'd, play again. But just been itching to play some Elden Ring and finish this game out for the channel. Also just wanted to record for the channel because I don't feel like writing anything. Go to kill it. Because I just don't feel like writing anything. So life's been going pretty good for me. I am dripped out, bro. Oh my god. I didn't know it was this dripped out. Oh my goodness.
My goodness, oh my god.
Alright, have I... Oh yeah, before I go further, I have not gone under the sea, so I'm gonna go under the sea real quick. It is so loud in my headphones. Maybe pump music up a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna turn on this light. It's inhibiting gameplay. Oh my god. There we go. Okay. Jesus Christ. I haven't played in so long, I don't even know if I know how to play the game. Hold on, I gotta check when the last time I uploaded was. Oh my god, I'm gonna kill myself, I can't find anything. "81 days. I don't know how long that is. What's 81 days? March 17th? Jesus Christ. That's 2 months. Alright, let's see if I know how to play the game. Poke. Alright, I know how to play the game. But I forgot to do one thing when I forgot to do one thing last time I played, and I kept on nagging myself about it. I didn't go underground. Well, in this past 2 months, a lot has happened, I think. Where do I even begin? Mainly all in May, okay? My cousin, was shot and killed. What a way to open. My cousin was shot and killed. I wasn't super close with him, so I wasn't super freaked out about it, but we were supposed to go down and have a funeral, and it would sacrifice my birthday weekend, which I was fine with. But we didn't end up going because they kept on changing around the date. So my dad was just like, "We're not going," and I was just like, "Well, whatever." And so usually for my birthday, I like to go to the movies, and just always, of course, there's always a Marvel movie in every theater. Like, look how pretty that is, man. Oh my god. Hear that sound? It's just so good, dude. Oh my god, this game is amazing. But yeah, so I'm over here like, okay, well, Guardians 3's out. Like, for my 16th birthday, which I'm 17 now, so for my 16th birthday, went to Panama City Beach. Had a whole fun time there, went to the beach, all that. And 𝒕𝒕 River. Only reason why I pronounce it 𝒕𝒕 is because I think that's how you're supposed to pronounce it. I don't know. I watched Jacksepticeye. Whatchamacallit? What was I gonna say? But yeah, like last year it was Doctor Strange. This year it was Guardians of the Galaxy 3, which was actually so good. I almost cried in the theater at the end. Almost folded. Almost, but I didn't because I'm that guy. But it was just so good to just like finally get a good Marvel movie, I guess. Cause like I don't know, cause like they're all just such bummers. Like Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness wasn't that bad in my opinion, but it wasn't like super good. I didn't even bother watching Quantumania. I was not hyped for it at all. I don't know why they put Kang in there. He's supposed to be this like ginormous villain, yet they made Ant-Man fight him. That's stupid. Why is Ant-Man fighting the most powerful dude in the multiverse? That makes no sense to me. And then Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. What's he supposed to be doing in the multiverse? He doesn't do anything. Like, it was a visually appealing film, and like what was so funny was they had these warnings about the movie that it's gonna be real scary, so if you have sensitive kids, don't take them. It's very scary. It was not a scary film at all. Like, it's like Sam Raimi wanted to do like something kind of spooky, because you know it's Sam Raimi, but ultimately it just didn't work out. It just wasn't scary at all. Like, I barely jumped at all, and I feel like I'm a pretty jumpy guy, and just not once did I jump. So, yeah, I don't know what they're on about that. But, Guardians 3, man, so good. It's definitely, one of my favorite MCU films. Probably, I don't know, it's definitely up there. Should I use this shield this build? Ow! Ow! Oh, wait. I don't have a mimic. Oh my god, that's right, I'm doing no summons. That's why I don't have that.
Ah!
But Guardians 3 was so good. Definitely my top 3, I think, of Marvel films. Like, MCU films, I mean. MCU. But, like, just so good, man. Like, just such a fantastic film. Like, I don't know, man. I just love it so much. I don't care what anyone says. But I don't know. I've been watching a lot of movies recently because I have nothing else better to do other than write, read, and watch movies and play games. Because I'm looking for a job, and it's just been kind of rough to find one. But I'm getting there. But whatchamacallit? I just recently watched the Evil Dead trilogy. That is awesome. Such a awesome film. Such awesome films. I don't care what anyone says. What's this over here?
What?
That's a thing. I never knew this existed. Yellow? Anyways. Oh, there's stuff over here. Are you guys people? Of course you guys are people. And of course you guys are like super hard people too. Like, oh my god, I'm not fighting all of you guys. And there's just no soul return, dude, okay? See, that's why you don't fight enemies in this game, dude. Because they don't give you anything. They kill you in like 5 hits, and you don't get anything out of it. Fought all those guys for 1800. Are you stupid? Are you serious? Anyways. Evil Dead's so good, dude. Oh my god. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know how to describe it. It's just, only word that literally can describe it is groovy. I'm so serious. Wacky and groovy. 2 words. And that's it. That's all I got. Cause that's all they are, dude. They're just wacky and groovy films. Like the way Sam Raimi can like shoots those movies is just so good. I think I still think the second one's the best. Third one's just real, like, it's still super good, but it's just like really wacky. Oh, what the? Like, I think Tarantino was really onto something. You're still chasing me? You know what? 1v1, bro. I ain't never fought one of you guys before. Ah! They can grab me. Ouch. Look at that. Boom. Never fought one of those dudes before. But yeah, yeah, Tarantino was definitely onto something when he said, it's just, because it's just a certain feel. Like, the way the camera moves and tracks, and, like, that scene where he loses his mind is so good. He's just like, he just looks at the camera and just smiles like that. It's so good. Oh, man, I love it, dude. It's the best. Dude, I have 40 strength. I'm that guy, pal. I'm that guy. Can I upgrade my weapon at all? Oh, that's right. I didn't want to upgrade it too much, because I'm just gonna make a beeline for yeah.
Those eyes tell a story of a challenger who's felled his mark.
Oh.
Find him well. Now lay out your arms.
Oh, I can.
Yippee!
But yeah, I was actually gonna make my own film. Literally had a script, actors, everything. But one of the people backed out, so that's not how you fast travel forehead. One of the people backed out, so there was no film to be conducted, which definitely did break my heart a little bit. Definitely had my panties in a bunch, so with my trousers, but we press on, and writing a new script. I'm writing a Light the flame. Hold on, I'm stupid. I don't know how to get off my horse. How do you get off the horse? Oh my god! Perfect. Oh my god. That's the first pillar. But, yeah. It's gonna be a romance film, kind of. One location, and it'll switch a little bit for flashbacks. Because I think I am gonna have a couple flashbacks. Because first script was basically like Pulp Fiction, Reservoir Dogs ripoff. It's just about these three guys, and it was called Retribution. I may or may not still make something out of it though, because you never know. I might, I might feel it. You know what I mean? I might get some people who are pretty passionate about it, and want to make it. And if I do, then I do, and I'll make it. But for right now, it's just gonna stay in my closet and on my Google Doc things, because I have it saved. I have it printed out. My friend printed it out. And it looked way better digitally, but because like I don't, because Google Docs formats it super weird. So like when it printed out, like I would put that as scene continues, but like it's like middle of the page, so it's like continued. It's like, yeah, dude, no duh, it's continued. Like it's just the same page. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure out how to format better, I guess. Oh my god, get out of my way. But hopefully I think by the end of the summer I'll definitely have my new script finished, and I'll probably think of something else. But I'll probably really sit with this, because I really like the idea that I have going for this new script I'm writing. Like, I really like it. I just gotta figure out a couple character names, how they're gonna romance. Because I've written a romance before, actually. I could probably actually leave it in the description. My friends wrote fanfic. Well, not fanfic. It didn't have to be fanfic, but we just wrote porn, dude. Oh my god. I actually wrote it about this game, which is so awesome. And it was like actually like I actually did really good. Leave me alone, dude. Leave me alone. Hold on. I'll look it up. Where's Wattpad? There we go. It's on Wattpad. So that's how you know it's real good. It's the real good stuff. I just woke up with that bird. I got blood in my gut. Come on. Okay, now it's 115 ranked in Elden Ring, but it was like number 39 to like 33 ranked in Elden Ring. So it has 717 views, 19 stars, whatever that means. But I don't know, I was really proud of it, because I wrote it in like a day. I'm not even gonna lie. It's 3 pages, I think. 6 pages. Wrote it in a day on my phone. And then when I got home, I just like proofread it, space it out a little bit. You know what I mean? Broke it up into the pages, and then boom, done. Everyone loved it. I mean, because, like, I feel like I could really write some real good... Ouch. I feel like I could write some real good and something I'm real proud about if I would just have enough time to do it. Because I'm always rushing myself to do it. Because, like, ouch. Oh my god. Because, like, for my script Retribution, I wrote that in like 4 or 5 days. The script alone, and then I had 3 characters, so I wrote 3 character backstories, because, I don't know, I think Quentin Tarantino did it once, so I was like, I might as well do it. So I wrote 3 backstories, you know, and they were 2 to, like, 4 pages. I don't know. I don't remember. But I had to think of a couple characters, write them all down, you know, like, you know, make sure it was, like, decent enough, but, like, I wanted, like, kind of wacky. I wanted it kind of wacky, kind of not, because I wanted to do something serious, but they wanted something wacky, so I was like, let's get the best of both worlds. So I was, like, trying to, like, think of, like, something that would be, like, out of Metal Gear, like, you know what I mean, like Metal Gear Solid. So it was just, like, because that's, like, kind of the best of both worlds, you know what I mean? Oh my god, where's this stupid beacon, dude? This is the worst. I mean, these stupid fires, dude, I swear. Cause I just run around looking stupid. Yeah, see, this script I'm really working on, and I'm really thinking it's my magnum opus. You know what I mean? Because I don't know. I think I have some really good ability to do it good. But also been on like a real spiritual journey as well. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Oh my god. That's stupid, dude. I literally couldn't even get up. Whatever. But, I've always been on a spiritual journey. My whole, like, 10th and 11th grade year was just a spiritual journey. That's all it is. I'm trying to find my place in the world. Loser. But, I don't know. I've just been really trying to put my philosophies into motion, which I have been doing a lot more, and I think successfully. Woo! Leave me alone. That's something straight out of the... But yeah, really adopting the I have no enemies. I love that thing, dude. It's so good. And, you know, trying to just trying to be a kinder, more gentle person, you know. Really on my Thorfinn arc right now. Which, I've been watching Vinland Saga week to week. It's the only anime I watch right now. Because I've just kind of really fell off. Because nothing has really piqued my interest, like, at all. But, watching that week to week every Monday, dude, oh my god. Episode 22, so good. Almost cried. Oh, I know exactly where I'm at. This is... Oh, no. This isn't the boss fight. That's over there. And it's pretty hard. But, been, like, really good. Like, I've been doing really good. I've been feeling really good. Working out every day. Okay. You know, journaling every day. Just trying to instill some good habits. You know, trying to make this summer worthwhile. You know, it's going to be like pretty much my last summer. Because I'm going into my senior year. Which is so wacky. It's like, oh no, this is the route to the boss fight, forehead. Oh. Do I have like a... I don't have lightning paper? That sucks. So I do that. Ow! Ouch! Ouch! Okay. Can I get a stagger? Okay, perfecto. 1, 2. Oh, okay, dude. Are you serious? No, I'm not doing that right now. Okay? Not doing that right now. I need to light this thing, fight the demon, fight the thingamabobber. And I'm getting out of here, okay? But, yeah, I don't know. Controlling my anger, really. One of my big things. Because I can get frustrated and upset, but very easy to just realize that I can just... What? I'm back here. You know, I can just kind of shut it down. Not in a bad way, but in a healthy way. But when my family, oh my god, they grind my gears. I'll tell you what. Because, dude, always an issue. There's always a problem with them. Like, and then I always get disordered. It's like, I always get made fun of. I'm always getting made fun of. Always getting poked at. Like, okay, not fun. Okay, not fun at all. Like, can you leave me alone for 5 minutes? Leave me alone.
Yep.
So, and then also been having trouble realizing that not everyone will appreciate me for my acts of kindness. No matter how much I try to help people, not a lot of people always appreciate it. I have to learn to accept that. Oh. And I don't know, I thought I had it in the bag, but I just didn't. And it just, you know, And I was just, real upset because, I'm always trying to reach out to people. If people sound upset, look upset, I'm always trying to help them out. And I'm always trying to give them advice on, how to solve problems, help them work through it. I'm always there for them to talk to me. I'm always trying to, I'm always trying to help people out. I'm always trying to be the, that guiding light for some people, But, some people just really don't appreciate it. And that can get frustrating when you're constantly, just, spewing out stuff that, definitely helps, but they're just not taking it because they don't want to change. And, you bend over backwards for people, and, you're not, getting the recognition you think you deserve. But this one quote really helped me change that, and now I'm really starting to get it. I'm really starting to be okay with, just doing it for the sake of doing it, not for admiration, and, because, like, for example, Spider-Man saves New York like every 5 weeks, but J. Jonah Jameson and probably like a few select people don't like Spider-Man, so, and nobody knows that it's Peter Parker under the mask, saving these people. But Peter Parker still puts on the mask to be Spider-Man because it's still the right thing to do, even though Peter Parker will go back to his life, probably being able to barely make rent, doesn't have the girl he wants, the job he wants, the life he wants, but he's still Spider-Man, because it's the right thing to do. And ultimately, that's what I have to do. The right thing. The right thing is being kind to people, no matter what. It's being kind to people, being loving to people, because at the end of the day, we're all human beings. And, that's just, ouch. Oh, I've really been trying to deal with it. Leave me alone. And, just, ouch. Oh my god, leave me alone. In this one quote, I believe by Marcus Aurelius, where he says, does an emerald lose its beauty for lack of admiration? Which, I read that, and I was just like, I get it now. Like, the neurons in my brain fired, and everything clicked for me. Okay, I could see the stars align. Ah, it's right here. Nope, not X. I could see the stars align. You know what I mean? So I really started to get it. Oh my god. But, I don't know, I've been feeling a lot better now. Especially journaling, I think. I don't know. I like this underlying effect, just a little feel-good thing. I just write 5 things that I'm grateful for. And then what I feel like my purpose is for that day, or, just in general. And then my goals for the day. And then like a pep talk to myself. Maybe it's a sentence, maybe it's like a paragraph, I don't know. It depends on how I'm feeling, how much I want to write. And then usually right afterwards I'll go work out. Not go, I literally just lay out my yoga mat, take my weights, and I go at it for about 40 minutes. Because I do like my warm-up, my stretch is like 10 minutes. you know, and then de-stretch. Sometimes I de-stretch, sometimes I don't. Oh yeah, I forgot how stupid this boss was. But, that's basically my life right now. And, you know, sometimes I look for, like, a job. Ouch, 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 ouch. I told it. Haven't played a From Software game in a while. Gotta get back on my feet. Can I, like, infuse my sword with anything? It's just great sword +5. I needed to have bleed, bro. Okay? That's what I need. But, whoop. Whoop. Look at that. Ouch. Ouch. Rolled right into it. Ow, dude. Oh my god. Dude, I'm that good. Oh my god, I just remember that DLC is going to come out for this game. Oh. Are you serious? Come on. Oh yeah, finished Better Call Saul. That show is awesome. For me, still not better than Breaking Bad. That's just me though. I think, like, literally, like, almost everything is better. Like, in Better Call Saul. Like, I love the camera work. Ouch. Like, with all my heart. I think it is, like, some of the best I've ever seen. Come on. Come on, I'm almost there. I'm literally like, get away. Boom. But it's so good. Like, the ending is like relatively satisfying. It's like that Breaking Bad ending. I don't know, but Vince Gilligan really knows how to end a show. He's just really good at it. Because, like, with Breaking Bad, you get this, like, really satisfying ending. And, like, you're like, okay, yeah, that's good. I'm satisfied with that. The show doesn't run on too long and da-da-da, but... And then Better Call Saul's another really satisfying ending. Because, you know... Because Breaking Bad ties up a lot of characters that you see in Better Call... Pretty much all the characters you see in Better Call Saul that you know, make it in there, you know how they get dealt with. So it's like, what happens to Saul? What happens to Kim? You know, and Lalo. Oh my god. Oh. Lalo is so good. That's actually all there really is for Ŝafra. Like yeah, I don't think there's really anything else. Other than that boss, the Godskin, the Dragonkin soldier, but we're not gonna do that right now. But what we are going to do is we're going to go to Liurnia of the Lakes and adventure because that's awesome. I guess I got what I deserve. But Better Call Saul really is just pretty much impeccable, dude. It's pretty much perfect. Like, I think the earlier seasons are real. It takes a lot of time to get up and go, and it's kind of like shocking to just kind of see like, oh, so that's how that happened. That was quick. They've only been entangled for X amount of time. But I think Saul Goodman is literally the best representation, like, the funny friend will ever get in any sort of media. Because, like, that meme where it's like the funny friend when he goes home and he's like depressed? That's just Saul Goodman. Like, and it's so good. Like, that meme is basically just Saul Goodman. But so pretty. This game is so pretty. But I don't know. I'm thinking about rewatching Breaking Bad. Right now I'm watching You. And then I think I'm gonna watch Love and Death. And then maybe Barry.
You're new and surprised you found me in my little nook. No matter. Your money's as good as anyone else's. Why
Thanks.
don't you take a look at my wares? Oh,
Okay.
Don't ask me how I got my hands on them, eh?
Okay. Your wares suck, dude. Yeah, dude, these suck. Oh my god. Do I have 8? Nope. 2 more. But, what was I just talking about? Oh yeah, the stuff I'm gonna watch. Probably won't watch a movie tonight, but tomorrow I might go on I might start a Pixar binge for movies. That's what I'm thinking, because I want to watch some Pixar. And then, watch this movie, Ikiru, by Akira Toriyama. That was good. That definitely deserves a rewatch. I need to start rewatching films, because... Ouch, leave me alone. I just want to pick up the thing. God, torn. Come on, please. Oh! Whew. Dude, I love that, like, purple sky. That, like, hangs over Liurnia. I love it. Oh. Yippee! Oh, we have an Everjail. Hopefully it's not too hard. Yes, enter the Everjail. Alright. I'm in it. Oh! Oh no. What the? They got a son. Ouch. The stagger. The poise is impeccable. Okay, you have impeccable poise. How about that? Impeccable. I on the other do not. Okay. Okay. Try to start watching South Park. Just didn't work. I don't know why. I just stopped watching it. I'm horrible at it. Like, oh, look how pretty the sky is. Yeah, I'm just horrible at watching stuff. Like I watched 3 seasons of Ozark. I think 3 seasons. Like 2 or 3 seasons of Ozark. And then I just stopped. Impossible. Impossible. Nerd. Ow! You can heal too? Not fair. I'm the player. Get wrecked, nerd. Jump attack. Jump attack again. Oh. What? Jump attack again. Nerd. Oh my god. Run away. Poke. Poke. Nerd. Flame of the fell god. Only 3,800, dude. Are you serious? Making chump change out of here. Now it's raining. Alright. What was that? Oh, it's the little monkeys, dude. It's the little monkey people. Monkey, monkey! Is that all there is up here? No, because if you keep on going down this way, you get to the manor. Meet 𝒕𝒔, and then manor, and then creepy collie hand, creepy collie. But yeah. Just been living life, dude. I love living life, dude. It's so good. Leave me alone. You know, that's all you can really do is just live your life. And that's just what I've been doing. I'm gone, scallybags. Why can't I open my map? Let me open my map. I'm in no danger, I promise. Show up here, dude. Oh my god. Here. Alright, awesome. Where am I at? Forward. No exploring, just forward. What? What's this? Lobster. Well, robin, yum. Sneaking stone 3. Ouch. Ugh. What do I even want to do? Oh my god. What else should I talk about? Oh yeah, right. Going all the way back. Talked about my fifis in person for like the first time ever. I don't ever talk about how I actually like really feel about certain things, like how things make me feel, what people do how they make me feel. Because you know, most of the time it doesn't really affect me. You know, I can move on, I can carry on. But it's time, right? So I've had a really big part in crafting this friend group, right? It's one of my, you know, most prized possessions right here, okay? We've been crafting this for a couple of years, okay? And, you know, it started growing in size a little bit, you know, and I was just like, well, this is kind of awesome. And, you know, we had a lot of people, and, you know, and we started this group chat, right? We already had a group chat for just those core members, but we started a Discord. Well, we didn't start it just for that. Our friends started one just so that we could have it. And then, you know, we've just been kind of using that ever since, period. Which I prefer way more because, number one, I just like Discord more. Messages are just better. Everything's just better. But it's also just so I can hide it better. It's just, yeah. But, I kind of don't even want to go into 𝒓𝒊𝒈𝒉𝒕𝒔 right now. Like, at all. Like, just kind of want to run around and see what I see real quick before going into 𝒓𝒊𝒈𝒉𝒕𝒔. But, because I haven't played this game in forever, I don't really remember a lot of this stuff. I remember major bosses and plot points and stuff, but I don't remember really a lot of nooks and crannies, so I just kind of want to explore and run around and talk. But, that water is really annoying me. Like, really annoying me. There we go. But, so, you know, and we get all these people in. We already had to kick one out, like, which counted as two, because, you know, he was an asshole. And so, you know, that happened. We carry on. And we're living in harmony, and then him and the guy, the dude and the dude's, you know, girlfriend breaks up with him, and, you know, one of our friends was friends with the chick, and we were just like, and she was like, well, can't you come back here? And I was just like, I don't care, yeah, sure, let's go, come on. Because I didn't care. I mean, she was cool. We didn't really get to know her because, like, old boy was just like literally just hog her, and just not let her talk at all. So it was just kind of like, okay, well, whatever. And so, you know, she comes back over, and, you know, we're hanging out, we're having fun. Let me head this way. We're hanging out, we're having fun, you know, and we're starting this group chat. We get the group chat going, and we get somebody else in. And one of my boy's friends, it was just like, and he just started sitting with us, and I was kind of like, cool, You know, it's whatever. We all just, and then, you know, at first I was kind of at odds with it. I was just kind of like, I don't know, is he really a good fit for all of us? He is. He's a great fit. I love him. Only problem is, he just needs to learn when to let other people finish their goddamn sentences. Oh my god, just... Because sometimes he'll just interject and then just talk the whole time. And it's just like, okay, dude. Because I don't want to, like... And then, like... And it also gets to a point where I'm always trying to entertain every single person at the table. So it's like I'm bouncing from each person, and like sometimes there's just like little coalescent seeds in there. And so there just sometimes there are people in their own little pocket dimensions. So it's just kind of like, okay, now we gotta, you know what I mean? And so I'm over here just like, you know, trying to live my best life. And, you know, and then I get to talking to one of my old friends, anyways. Yep. Jesus Christ. I get back to talking to one of my old friends. You know, I've known him since 9th grade. He was pretty much one of my first friends when I had none, and you know, and I love the guy. He's a real sweet guy. You know, and he's real sweet. You know, always real kind. You know, and then, you know, I had known his girlfriend for a little while because she's in my English class, right?
Come here, monkey.
I'm literally half black. Okay, please. Oh my god. Literally half black. Okay, I promise. Like, you can ask like any. I'll show a picture of my parents for God's sakes.
Wow.
Bro's trying to parry, bro. You see that guy? Loser. Can't parry. Lamau. Anyways. And, you know, so they get to start sitting with us, right? You know, me and my homeboy, you know, we went to First Friday together. Oh, womp womp. We went to this event together. You know, we're hanging out. We're having a good jolly old time, dude. And, you know, it's real fun. And then we get to, and then, you know, they start sitting with us, right, at our table, and oh my god, and it was good for a little while, right? There was peace, okay, and then, ouch, dude, oh my god, then homegirl, one of the first girl at the beginning from the dude we kicked out before, right? She starts causing problems. Just starts arguing with new. Ow! Starts arguing with new homegirl, right? And, you know, this happens a couple times, and I'm just like, hey, can we cut it out? Da, 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 you know, I'm like,
Guys, stop.
You know, they go back to being cool, and then, you know, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And then, you know, comes a breaking point. Happens too often. You know, completely ignoring my words. I literally, when my cousin was murdered, right? When I found out about it, you know, it was the result of violence, right? He tried to, you know, rob someone, rob a drug dealer, and then, you know, got shot, right? Rough. A foolish mistake, but a foolish mistake shouldn't result in death, right? Ouch, ouch. Oh, that's right. Because everything in this godforsaken land... Because everything in this godforsaken land of Liurnia of the Lakes is magic related. This has nothing to do with my build. So why explore here? Only thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to find a couple caves, dude, and I'm going to call it a day. Look at that. I'm not even rocking. Here's his holy attack. Or medallion. Alright, then I need to put a roar on here. I'll put Warcry on here. Apparently Warcry's pretty good. So yeah, so we discuss, and homegirl, wait, what was I talking about? Was I on something before, though? Anyways, I think I know where I left off. But, you know, and is it up there? I kill myself, dude. Zoinks! What, where, oh. Do I have any other armor set? No. I need a new armor set, dude. This armor sucks. Especially for, like... this, like, aesthetic. I think I know what armor I'm going to use, actually. It's going to look so cool, I think. Don't. Yep. Is it up there? Monkey. They're rats, but you know what I mean. Is it below? Where is it? It's up there. Okay. So I have to strategically make my way up there. Okay. Womp. Womp. Okay. And then, so homegirl starts making arguments up with people, right? With like, particularly this one girl, right? Particularly the new girl. Just starts arguing with her about every little thing. Like, okay, arguing about Johnny Depp. Like, why? This is so ridiculous. It's so old. And then, literally will just create an argument. And so, and then she admitted that she literally just started doing it just to do it. So, we kicked her out, right? Boom, gone, done. Then there was like a couple weeks to like a month apiece. And then there started being more arguments. And it's not like these arguments are a bad thing. Arguments aren't a bad thing. Disagreeing isn't bad, isn't inherently bad. But what I kept on trying to tell them all was that it's okay to disagree. We will all disagree. But the thing is, you must be able to, like, put aside, like the need to, like, always retaliate with something. And always, you know, push buttons. And they'd be like, oh yeah, you're right. Oh! Huzzah, I remember what I was going to say about passed away cousin. Whew. So, in the group chat, I put, hey, remember to just be a kind person. And you don't know what people are going through. Don't be violent with people. Always be calm and polite and kind to people, no matter what they do to you. You know, especially for petty stuff. Just be kind, right? And I was like, you have no enemies. We all have no enemies. You know, and it looked like all of them got it. But like, I don't know. And then, anyways. So, new homegirl starts arguing with, like, almost every single person, like, every other day. And it's just so annoying. And it's over petty stuff, too. And then, you know, I'm like, hey, you guys good, dude? Like, and then, you know, I go and I ask, you know, I'm there, I'm like, let's stop this. I give some more, like, you know, let's not be at war with each other here, let's be kind. And then start trying to argue with me. No, you're not going to argue with me. Arguing with me doesn't work. Because number one, I am always right in the end. Not to sound like a mustache-twirling anime villain or something, dude, but yeah, dude, I'm always right. Because in the end, I'm always right. I'm always the bigger person, I'm always the better person, and I'm always the more mature person, is the thing. I'm more mature than half of these idiots. Okay? Not to sound like such a, like, narcissistic piece of garbage. It's like a mustache-twirling anime villain that watched, like, Death Note 5 times. It's like scratching their chocolate starfish, sniffing it, and then going, oh, yes, you mere simpletons. But, like, I'm telling the truth here, okay? Like, I'm telling a complete truth here. Oh, right, because, go underwater. Oh, yeah, I want to go underwater. But I'm simply telling the truth here. Like, that's why all arguments that involve me, and you try to argue with me, they end. They don't go on forever. I end them by being kind. By being kind and cordial, I end every single argument, because they get frustrated and they leave. And they don't want to argue with me anymore, because they know I'm right. Because I can always bring up a counterpoint, and I can always do this, and I can always do that, because I'm right. I'm always inevitably right. Because you know what is always right, and what is unconquerable, and the most powerful thing that you can use? Kindness. Boom, baby. Not like a kill him with kindness. Like, no, dude. You should always be kind. But you should never be, like, kind to a point where, you know, you're like a pushover. You have to be kind but firm, is the thing. You have to be at your utmost kindness. But the moment you start getting taken advantage of and all that is the moment where you stop. You don't stop being kind. You know, get some cojones and you just stop, right? Alright, I'm off. But, you know, anyways. So, it's like, I'd be like, apologize to each other. You know, like a parent, you know what I mean? Like, apologize to each other. This is nothing to hold a grudge over. Apologize. And I would tell them, yeah, you will apologize, but you will forgive later, and you will learn to forgive, you know, soon. Because you can apologize, say you're sorry, that's just a step. That's just a step of forgiving someone for something. Now, especially with these stupid arguments, yeah. you're going to apologize and you will forgive that person. But, you know, they wouldn't really apologize. They would just kind of be like, whatever. Whatever, Dad. Shut up. But I hate these ants, dude. Ah! Worst things in the game. But, nerd. But, you know, and then a couple weeks ago, like a week ago by, ouch. Oh my God. And like a week ago by, and, you know, there'd be no arguing, they'd be all buddy-buddy. Ouch, 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 ouch. And, you know, we'd be chilling. And then my birthday week rolls around, right? Now, it's my birthday week. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. I'm about to turn 17. I'm like, this is awesome. This is so cool. You know, it's my birthday. You know, I'm finally happy for my birthday. I was never really happy for my birthday. I was just, you know, but for some reason, I was just real glad it was my birthday. And I was, you know, I was like, I'm glad I've lived this much. You know, I'm glad I've experienced all this in this 17 years, and I've been on this earth for 17 years. It's awesome. So, you know, I was glad for this birthday. Day before my birthday. You know, it was just Mother's Day the day before. I spent the whole day with my mom just watching movies and helping her do stuff, whatever, right? Just being a good son, being the best I could, right? And then Monday, the 15th. My birthday's the 16th, right? 15th rolls around, and, you know, me and my mom are out doing yard work. I'm kind of enjoying it. I'm kind of not. Because, you know, it's just hard labor. They roll! Because, you know, it's just hard labor. So, you know, it's kind of like, you know, just kind of rough. So, I'm like, you know, I'm doing the work. I'm like, this is fun. And then, like, I don't know when, but that day, new argument. What? Ow! My uncle gave me like a speech while I was playing this or something. Was I on the phone with him or something? I have no clue. But I hate that about this game. Never anything behind these stupid waterfalls. But, you know, that kind of brought me down a little bit, right? You know, I'm just like, oh my God, you know, arguing again. You know, so, a little down by that, right? But I'm like, whatever. Argument ends, you know, I'm trying to resolve it, I'm trying to talk it over with them. And then
Someone, their customer? Well, how long has it been?
And then it's my birthday. Nobody says happy birthday. I think pretty much all of them forgot, right? You know, I'm waiting for a happy birthday, you know, because my friend, my bestie, told them, hey, it's bro's birthday tomorrow, right? Remember that it's his birthday tomorrow, right? You know, and you know, so they're like active. I see them that they're active, and I'm just like, well, are they gonna say anything? You know, this is another thing about like the admiration, the need to, you know, be known and stuff. I'm like, well, are they gonna say anything? You know, it's my birthday today, you know, and they didn't say anything. They didn't say a word until bro said something, right? And I was just like, well, you know, bro said something, and then, you know, he's super enthusiastic. He's, you know, basically jumping up and down, you know, and then the rest of them were just like, oh, happy birthday. I was just like, oh, okay, great, thanks. You know, I was like, well, whatever. I'm gonna keep on trucking through, I guess. You know, and my friend, my girly pop, my girl bestie, my baby girl, she's a friend, okay, was like, happy birthday, oh my god, da, da, da. Got me a gift. She got me 𝒕🔢. She got me like a 𝒕🔢 plush, which was awesome. I have that thing on my bed. I sleep with it every night. The thing is so awesome. We meet again. I hope you're an easier boss. Let me just... Ouch! But yeah, so... And baby girl broke her toe on my birthday that morning. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on. What? Why is it not letting me? I hate that. Wait, no, 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 run away, run away, run away! Awesome, that was awesome. Ah! Wait, is that ice lightning? Oh, awesome! Stomp! That's so gay. No! Are you serious? But yeah, you know, and you know, I was like real happy, you know, and then, you know, my boy, threw like this little, like, cute little, like, mini party for me, with like, ow! With like these, like, you know, there's like blow things, they go, you know, like, ouch. You know, party hats and all. It was so cute. It was so nice. And then it rains on my birthday, which I was like, well, doesn't really matter. I'm not going anywhere. Plus, ow! Plus, I like the rain, right? I love the rain. You can listen to Deftones and... You can listen to Deftones and, you know, stay inside, play games, you know, cool stuff. Oh my god, I get it. Ouch. Word a little too soon. Ouch, dude. Ow, dude, how? Whatever. But, you know, so school gets out, right? And, you know, I'm walking home. You know, it's raining, and I have no ride in the rain. You know, so that sucks. But I see someone I know. I see baby girl's friend, right? And I literally look at him, and I'm like, yo, what's up? He goes, yo, mind you, I've already ridden in his car. It's not like we're complete strangers. We've hung out a couple times at this point, right? He knows who I am, you know, da-da-da. Oh!
What? Why?
But, you know, and then just doesn't offer me a ride. I was just like, so, I didn't like stop or anything, be like, hey, can I get a ride? Because I didn't want to, you know, be that kind of guy, but I was kind of like, you know, because, you know, it was pouring. It wasn't like a drizzle. It was pouring. Like, the gutters were starting to get flooded. Like, it was bad. So, I was like, well, this isn't awesome. But, you know, I'm listening to, you know, music. And then I'm walking. And, like, you know, the side of the road just getting flooded. Like, you know, and I'm soaked. Ow! Oh my god. You know, I'm soaked. Ouch, dude. Ouch. You know, I'm soaked, right? And this car is driving so fast. And then, you know, like when your car like splashes, right? That's why you like slow down when you see people, right? This car didn't slow down. I swear it went faster. And just splashed me, dude. Just soaked me even more in this dead rodent water, dude. And I was just like, well, that sucks so hard. I didn't get angry. I was just like, well, that happened. But I was starting to get kind of upset, right? Because, ow. Starting to get kind of upset, right? Because, you know, birthday's not exactly as I thought it would be. You know, I was hoping for a little bit more love, you know. And I was just like, well, whatever. You know, I'll go home and I'll, you know, chill out. Oh my god, please move! And I was like, you know, I'm just gonna chill out at home, it'll be fine. But my earbud starts to glitch. Because... No, get out, get out, get out, get out. Oh my god, of course. Come on. How? Oh, I did it. Oh, woof. I hear that. You know, the kink. You know, whatever. I didn't hear it. Anyways. What does this give me? But, you know, so my earbud, it feels like it's not really working. So, you know, I kind of start freaking out. I'm just like, oh my god, did I mess up my earbud? You know. So I'm over here thinking I messed up my earbud. It's fine now. I just had to let it, like, drain out, kind of. But, you know. So I'm sitting at my little sister's school, soaked. You know. I'm like, yeah, I feel like the Batman, but, like, not in a good way. I just feel depressed. Like. But then, you know, I open up Discord, and, you know, they're starting to argue again, because my friend, you know, lobbed this thing where, like, you know, school's gonna be starting later or something like that, starting 2026, and, you know, we're talking about it, and then start getting into, like, this argument. These two start getting to the argument again for no reason when they literally agree on the same principle. I was literally like, you guys literally agree on the same principle. Why are you arguing? We literally all agree on the same thing, that this is not that good. We don't like it that much. Why are you all freaking, like, why are you guys all like, why are you two at each other's throats? And my boy's like, hey, it's, you know, it's bro's birthday. Can we not do this? They don't care. They didn't even look at that, I think. They just keep going. I'm just like, bro, it's literally my birthday. Like, I was like, this is foolish. This is needless. Stop it. And then they come to me in the DMs, and I'm like, oh my god, here we go. And this little heifer. Okay, how about that little heifer? I don't even know what that is, a heifer. I don't even know what a heifer is, but a heifer. A little heifer. Okay. Little mother hubber, okay, as my boy Andrew Garfield Spider-Man Peter Parker would say, okay? I want to go right here, okay. And, you know, I'm real, it's grinding my gears a bit, right? And, oh, yeah, I was already, like, kind of angry at the person that Homegirl was getting into arguments with, the other chick. I was just kind of like, well, I don't even know if they want to be called as a chick anymore. They, I don't know. What's another acronym? Bro, I'm bro. Homeboy is homeboy. Homegirl is homegirl. I don't know. Ah, right. Gotta go here. I don't know. I'll think of something. But, anyways, Homegirl was arguing with them, and I was already mad at them, because they were the ones that backed out of my script, backed out of my movie. We had this whole thing set up to do the movie, and I was really passionate about the movie because I've been wanting to do a movie for so long. And I had written everything. They came up with a lot of the ideas, which were really good ideas, which I put into the script. But I pretty much did all the heavy lifting. I did all the writing. I did all the everything. I came up with even more ideas. I fleshed out the characters. I did this. I did that. I was going to record it. I was going to direct them. I was going to do this. I was going to do that. And, you know, backed out pretty much last minute, where there was not enough time for me to find a new actor. And I didn't really know anyone else. The only other kid I knew that would probably be down for the role and probably wouldn't be able to do the role, you know, didn't go to our school, and I wasn't necessarily like super down and diggity with it because it relied heavily on these two's chemistry, because I witnessed their chemistry every single day. They had great chemistry. They always built off each other's jokes real well. So that's why, you know, I made them pair up. You know, so backed out. So I was already like kind of like spiteful towards them, and so I was kind of like letting it pass. You know, I was just kind of like, whatever. But and then Homegirl said, I keep forgetting that half of you guys are literally younger than me. Not everyone has the same level of emotional and mental maturity. Okay, look. So at this point, we were in 11th grade, they were in 10th grade, right? They're just a year younger than us. That's it. Homegirl's older than me by like a couple months. Not even, probably. Not even, I think. Like, you are one of the most immature people I know. You let your anger take hold of you so quick. I don't care if you're hot-headed or, oh, you have this Brazilian fire in you. I don't care, dude. I don't care. If Kratos can do it, you can do it too. Bro was literally enslaved by the gods, had to kill his wife and daughter, destroyed a whole, like, pantheon of gods, and then bro could just calm his nerves. You're telling me you can't calm your nerves? Like, come on. Like, there's a certain point where you gotta realize that, like, your anger is what's gonna be your undoing and what's holding you back, and how a lot of it just won't fly in the real world, dude. Like, if we're talking like about like the real world, dude, it won't fly. So like, I don't know why, but I was just kind of like, whatever. Oh, hey! Ah. But, oh my god. I have this thing where, like, my nose feels, like, so, like, dry. Like, there's, like, boogers constantly in my nose or something. I don't know. I hate it. It's, like, the worst thing of all time. Kristen, ow! Ouch, ouch. Miss me, now you gotta kiss me.
Oh, dude, jackpot.
Ouch, 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 ouch. Whoop. I'm not gonna go down there. I don't even care. Oh my goodness. But yeah, so I was just kind of done. you know, I was upset at both of them. Some may say even angry at both of them because of the way they kind of just disregarded the fact that it was my birthday and all the stuff that I keep on telling them about, you know, being kind people. Nerd. Nerd. Womp. Womp. Done. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. But yeah, so I was just kind of like, whatever. And then it was like the next day. No, I actually decided. So I decided that day that I was kind of done. I was like, I wasn't willing to depart the friend group because they're my friends. Number one, number two, I started this company. You know how much I've sacrificed? Like, you know, they're still my friends. You know what I mean? So I was gonna abandon them, but I decided I was just gonna not sit with them for a couple days. You know, the rest of the week, because this was pretty much the final week of actual school. Because next week was just exam week. No lunch. There was no meeting up. That was it after that. Okay. Oh, this is to Altus Plateau. Man, I forgot you could just skip. Well, I don't want to do that, but I'm going to get the side of Chris while I'm here, I guess. If I can find it. I would love to find it. Ouch. But, yeah. So I was just like, well, I'm just not going to be sitting with them for a couple days. Because baby girl told me to do that. And I was like, yeah, you got a point. Was like, you should just take a break. She was just like, you should just take a break. You know, not, you know, sit with them. Don't talk to them. Don't talk in the group chat. So I didn't. Because she was right. It would be good to take a break. And so that's what I did.
What do you need?
So I just walked. I just walked around my school. It was fun. And, but I had to be there that next day because, that was homeboy's final day of, school. And he was moving, and he's moved. He's in, Timbuktu up north, right? I know where he lives, but you know what I mean. He's up north, right? And so I was like, okay, I'll come, right? But that day they had another argument, this big argument. She literally was typing in all caps and all that. I was just like, okay, that's done. Like, it was like you know that scene in Better Call Saul where Jimmy's following Howard in the courthouse and he's like, lightning bolts shoot from my fingertips. You have no idea what I'm capable of. You know, he's like that. That's basically what it was, just like way overreacted. Like, just whatever. It was like, I am a surgeon. I am a surgeon, Dr. Han. It was basically like that, but I was just like, whatever. I'm gonna have a chat with everyone, okay? Because I'm sick and tired of this, right? So I put on my big boy pants, okay? I was hyping myself up so hard because I don't ever talk about how I feel about things, dude. And I was like, well, now's the time, because, you know, it was just now's the time, right? So I was like, how am I gonna deliver this? Because baby girl was supporting me all the way through. She always supports me through everything, right? And like, also just to clarify once again, I'm calling her baby girl, but she's just my friend, okay? We call each other Bae and Babe and Pookie, whatever, but we're friends. She literally has a boyfriend. We're friends. I don't want anything to do with her, unless friend, okay? But I don't know. It's a term of endearment for me, okay? I watched The Last of Us. Anyways, just to clarify that again, okay? Because I don't want... I wish I had a girl, right? But besides the point, right? Besides the point. A baby girl was telling me, hey, you should tell them how you feel. That's a good idea. I was like, sure. But it's my friends, my best friends, last day, my brother, you're my brother, you know, like, you know, okay, you know, it was his last day, so, you know, I talked it over with him. I was like, hey, is it cool if I give this speech I want to give? It's your last day. He was like, yeah, of course, go for it. That's good. That's awesome. I'm great you're doing it. And I was just like, okay. So, you know, that morning, I'm like, oh yeah, at this point, I wasn't even sitting with the chick, with them at, in the morning, because in the morning, I have about like 20 minutes before class starts. And, you know, we sit and we chit-chat. And I wasn't even sitting there at this point, right? Because I was really upset at them, and I just didn't want to, you know, give off any negative energy. So I was like walking around school, listening to some music, watching the sunrise, which is like top 5 best things of all time. I was listening to like That's the Way It Is off the soundtrack of RDR2, which is so good. Love that song. And, you know, Alone and Forsaken, love that song as well. Is that a hot air balloon? They have hot air balloons? Anyways. So, you know, I'm like hyping myself up, right? I'm like punching, you know what I mean? You know, I'm like shadow boxing, right? And I'm like, I'm watching like, I'm watching these like Negan clips. I'm watching Negan's introduction speech like over and over again, because I was like, that's how I'm gonna deliver like what I'm gonna say. That's like the exact cadence, which I did, okay? Because I was like, it's just perfect. It's perfect for what I'm trying to do. Because I don't want them to fear me. I still want them to like, want them to respect me and understand where I'm coming from. But, you know, I also want them to know that I'm being serious. You know, to take me serious, you know, fear me just a little bit, you know. Where does this go? What? I didn't know this was here. Where does this go? But I had orchestrated this line, right? Oh, it leads me here. I basically like orchestrated this line. I knew it. I knew what I was gonna say as soon as I got there, right? Because I wasn't there for a day, and none of them even care that I was gone. I don't know if Homeboy told them that I would be gone, because I told Homeboy that I would be gone. It's not to freak him out, you know, like I killed myself or something. But so I don't know if he told them or something. But anyways, so I'm over here, you know, doing my thing, and I never really run around these parts. Reason why I never explore really anything in this godforsaken game is because of how frustratingly, like, how frustrating the enemies are. Because it's just everywhere. There's an enemy everywhere, and they yield no returns to fight them. And they just gang up on you. But anyways, none of them even checked on me, so I was just kind of like discouraged about that as well. But you know, I throw down my backpack and I'm like, this is the line, this is it. I was literally practicing it in the mirror, making sure I would get it right, get the exact cadence I wanted. And I was like, we pissing our pants yet? It's about to be 𝒕𝒕💕💕 real soon. And I don't think none of them heard me, so I was just like, damn it. You know, like, my groovy line was lost, like, and I can't repeat it or anything. I can't be like, you guys heard that? You guys heard what I said? Like, it loses all credibility. So I was just like, whatever. And I waited just a little bit. I was just like, and I had told them beforehand, actually, because they were talking about kicking Homegirl out. And I was like, I'm doing a last ditch effort. I'm gonna give a speech. No one's gonna talk. Everyone's gonna listen to me speak. And you know, so I start this thing, right? And I'm like, and I'm waiting for Homegirl to show up, but even though we share the same fourth period, right? And I was like, I looked at her, I was like, I'll see you at lunch. She didn't show up to lunch, which kind of made me a little bit upset. Because pretty much the whole thing really depended on her coming to lunch. Like, her coming to the lunch and listening to the speech. Because I had also put in the group chat, like, hey, I'm going to be giving a speech today. I need you to be there. And you're not going to talk at all. Everyone's going to be looking at me. Or at the person right across from them. What? You know, because, you know, I was, you know, no funny business, mister. You know what I mean? So, you know, I'm trying to get them to come over, and she's like, no, I'm not coming over. Like, hold on. Like, she's like, I was already planning on not coming. I don't feel like being yelled at. I'd just be surrounded by people that fucking hate me right now. Nobody hates you right now, dude. Okay? You're making yourself an enemy. And, like, you're making your own enemies. You have no enemies. You know? I thought that was like a ghost thing. You know? And I was just like, whatever, okay. I stopped responding for a little bit. And, you know, I would just kind of, whatever. I'm still going to say my piece, because I still need to say. Oh my god, why did I do that? I have 7k runes. Oh my god. Stupid monkey. Where am I at? Alright. Anyways. So I was like, whatever. So I say my speech. I told them how I think they're worthless, how we're not going to argue no more. And if there are arguments, and if, you know, you disagree about something, it's okay to have a discussion. You know, da-da-da. I made them apologize. I said, say I'm sorry. Say I understand. Oh, it was so awesome, dude. Oh my god, it was so good. Because they did it without even cracking a smile. They were all kind of like, you know, like, well, one or two cracked a smile, and because I was cracking a huge smile, okay? I was loving every minute of that, because it was music to my ears, as I was saying. Because, oh my god, that was so much fun to do. Just having them all just pretty much bow down to me. You know what I mean? Just like, I was like, that's the power. Because I actually had already, thing is, I actually put my my profile pic as Rick. I put my profile picture as Rick Grimes on Discord, because I was like, I'm the leader of this group. I'm the leader. So I'm Rick Grimes. Which was awesome. Yeah, I gave that speech, and then we had a good time afterwards, you know. Made them apologize to Homeboy because it was Homeboy's last day. Is it on the floor? Where is it? Well, it's right here. You stupid monkey.
What?
Bro! Yo! Oh! What is that dog? Yo, look at that dog. Anyways. Where is... Don't care. Where's Rick? Yeah. They gave the speech. I didn't even check in, really. I told the chick to apologize to the homegirl. I don't know if they did that or not, but I hope they did. But then afterwards, you know, which from that point on, which has been a couple weeks now, because it's June 7th, that happened May 17th. There just hasn't really been a lot of activity in the Discord. Not a lot of talking. Which I feel like I'm majorly responsible for. Because I really laid down the law. Then afterwards, whatever you want to call it, because she said, insulted, reprimanded, talked to like a child, all the same, lectured. I was like, we all need it. Like, whatever you want to call it. No, this was the 18th, actually. Because 17th. Nope, this is 18th. So, whatever you want to call it, I'm still just going to get verbally beaten down for things I didn't start or aren't my fault in the first place. When you literally started it and they are your fault in the first place. I'm not going to be verbally beating you down. Nobody's going to say jack shit except for me. But I'm going to make Chick apologize to you and everyone apologize. The tone from this text was the complete opposite, so I don't know what you expect me to think. It was aggressive and authoritative in all the wrong ways. I was already planning on not going, but that just pushed me away even more. It's what they need, and what I did seems to work for them right now. Which it did, and it has. For some reason I doubt that. I don't want to, but I do. Do you know how isolating and frustrating it feels when nobody actually listens to you and just acts like they're the bigger person and says I'm wrong? They don't take a single second to think. Both of them were being complete assholes to me yesterday. So yeah, I snapped at them. Which, including my homeboy. She's including my homeboy in that. Which, he didn't do a single thing. He was just there. Like, Like, he was literally just there. That's it. He was just there. He was just like, hey, can we stop this? Like, bro doesn't need it right now. Bro being me. He was talking like, he was like, hey, he doesn't need this right now. Because, you know, he knew I just wasn't feeling well. And I wasn't in that right mindset. Because, you know, I was reaching that peak mindset, pretty much where I'm almost at right now. I was reaching my peak mindset. You know what I mean? I was feeling so good, dude, about everything. You know, I was confident, I was everything, dude. I was getting everything good together. You know? And, oh my god, I hate that song, it creeps me out. But, I'm gonna group him in. Didn't even do anything, dude. You're the one who's doing everything wrong. And, of course, throughout all of this, I'm talking to baby girl, right? I'm talking to her throughout the whole time, and like sending her screenshots because we're besties, and I love that gossip. Fun, so much fun. But you know, even she starts to get real frustrated. Like, she gets upset and she gets angry over the thing, bro. Because it's just, she like talks and how passive aggressive and how difficult she was being. And just like, dude, you were barely even in the group for like a couple months. Like, the whole group was fine. Like, literally the whole group was fine until you started causing problems. Like plain and simple, her and the first girl, the chick, were just not a good mix. And that probably would have happened either way. So, whatever, right? And just act like the bigger person and says, both of, so I was having a horrible day. I was having a horrible week, really. Boyfriend, had to come and get me and get me food because I was shaking and sobbing from being so frustrated and upset with everything. Not just that one incident. And I hadn't eaten anything in 2 days. What's wrong with you? Why are you that upset? There's no possible reason that you're that upset over someone not liking the book you're into and not understanding something. Yeah, they could have phrased their question better, but like, ultimately, dude, you're just yelling at them and like talking down to them. It's like, so yeah, dude, like, just chill out for 5 minutes, dude. Like, chill out. Why do I get yelled at for standing up for myself? Am I supposed to just lie down and let people walk all over me and bother me? Is that what you guys would prefer? If I just shut the fuck up? Don't speak unless spoken to? Honestly, yeah, dude. Because you'd never shut the fuck up. That's not what would happen. Nobody's saying that. I understand how you feel. This is not the way. I'm not talking down to you, and I'm trying to give you advice and help us all move on. Nobody is yelling at you. I don't want this. What's not the way? And what wouldn't happen? The way of this anger and argumentativeness everyone has. If anyone doesn't know, I'm trying to do the Aurelian dance thing, you know, and I would not yell at you because I was the only one speaking. Either way, it doesn't matter now. I still wouldn't have gone anyways, because everyone would still be staring at me or just anything. Where no one likes me. I already said I was leaving. As much as I'm interested in what you said that worked on them and what you had to say in general, you don't have to worry about it anymore. They like you, I promise. I will continue as your a continuation of my friend. I want all this to end and we all heal. What do I have to apologize for? I also see absolutely nothing from homegirl. I mean, chick. Not that I expect anything anyways. I meant everything I said. Why would I apologize when I don't mean it? There's no point in that. I was angry, yes. I said those things out of anger, but I meant them. They were warranted. Once again, I don't think you understand how fucking frustrating it is to scream into the air because no one is fucking listening to you. And she didn't respond after this. I was like, she will apologize. Yes, her anger is understandable, but I know how it feels not to be listened to. I've been dealing with it every day. So yes, I do very well understand. I understand very well. And I just didn't respond. Does he know up right? So yeah, I haven't spoken to her since. Her boyfriend, and she left on her own, and her boyfriend's still in there. Like, so I don't know why he's still in there, since he basically just like follows it, like does everything. Like we literally ran into them on the way back. Like ran into him on the way back, um, from lunch, on the way to our next period. And he was like, "Oh yeah, we got stopped by like this mission and whatnot," and da 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 da. It was just like, bro, don't lie. No, you didn't. Like, you guys just didn't come because you didn't want to, you didn't want to hear me speak. You didn't want to hear facts. You didn't want to hear persevering, indomitable human spirit, and persevering kindness. That I would have given. You guys didn't want to hear that. More specifically, homegirl, right? Like, and that's basically all that happened with the friend group, right? I don't even know why I've been on this tangent the whole time. I just kind of want to talk about it out loud in person. But, is this the Three Wise Beasts? I think I know where they are. Because I did this not too long ago to do something for my magic build. So, like, hit the tree. Okay, and the next one will be right here. And another one's on like a rock or something. But, yeah. Kind of weird to think about. It was all just a couple weeks ago. Like just a couple weeks ago, I was losing my mind completely. And then I was skipping with baby girl, right? And we're in the car with her friend, right? And she's like, okay, so I was telling him about this, and and how upset it really made me, and I just said you have to tell it, so please tell it to him. And I'm trying to tell it to him, and he just like keeps on interrupting me, and he's just like, oh yeah, I know exactly, yeah, yeah, I know exactly how it is, man, and then tries to veer off, and I'm like it was so like pretty fresh on me, right? And I'm trying to like talk about it, and he keeps on cutting me off and trying to change the subject. So it's just like, whatever, dude, like whatever. And that dude, serious developments have been occurring, okay? And your boy and me need to step in, okay? Be the savior, purveyor of justice, okay? Vengeance, if you may, okay? Like, because he may be a problem, he may be a threat to baby girl, and I don't want anything bad to happen to her, okay? And because he had like weapons in his car all the time, and like he had like a crowbar, an axe, like a knife, and all this stuff, and like he was a rich guy too. First time I went over to his house, I had a nosebleed. Like, which I was on accident. I don't know how that happened, because we were walking a lot, and it was hot. I didn't exactly dress for the occasion. Yeah, I don't need your stupid map. But, where's that one girl? Whoa, turtle! Oh. Not turtle. Not a turtle at all, dude. Jesus Christ. It's somewhere over here. I think. Whatever. But, so yeah, they're not friends anymore. And, yeah. So I'm guessing about that. Other than that, just not a lot's been happening. I've just been working out, trying to get into a groove to lose weight, you know, and, you know, watching movies, watch all the Evil Deads. Not all of them. I've watched the original trilogy, which was so good. Second one's my favorite, of course. Because 2, 1, 3, I didn't really like. No, that's a lie. I loved Army of Darkness. That thing is so good. It's so goofy. Like, why does he have little versions of? No, actually, I know exactly what I wanted to do before I moved on. Where is it? It's like this. I'll just have to write up along the left wall. Is it the left wall or is it the right wall? It's like the village of the Albinurics. I'm gonna write up along the left wall. But, like, the scene where in Army of Darkness where, like, he, like, has to go out to the graveyard to get the 𝒓𝒆𝒔𝒕, and he's like, and it's like these like little hymns. It makes no sense at all. It's just they're just there. So like, the little hymns like start like running around and like messing with him. It's like the most like Looney Tunes thing of all time. Like, and it's just so good. And then like he swallows one, and that becomes the Bad Ash. Because no, why have it be like the ancient demon of whatever, and have him have the cool name of 𝒓𝒆𝒔𝒕 or whatever? No, just Bad Ash. Like, come on, dude, that's so good. Like, and then he's just like, however that chainsaw stays powered is beyond me. You know, just, I guess the will of man, I guess. I don't know, dude. Like, the will of having a chainsaw for a hand. Which I wish in the final battle he had his boomstick and the thing. I don't know why he didn't, but whatever. Monkey. Pale blood. Don't mind. Where is... Oh, not here. Let me go up a little bit. I'm just trying to get the armor, the undead armor thing. Ah, there you are. Hey! 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 Okay, dude, whatever. But yeah, dude, Evil Dead, dude. Oh my god. I think I'm gonna watch that 2013 remake. I think I'm gonna watch that 2013 remake. Like tomorrow or something. And then, I actually do really want to watch the TV show. I wish not like Fear the Walking Dead. Have I talked about The Walking Dead on here? Ah!
Please, no. Dear me.
Shut up.
I haven't a clue.
Oh yeah.
No secrets lie with me, not a one. Oh, please leave me be.
Shut up, nerd.
Wait then. Oh,
Oh, sorry. I'm supposed to be like...
As you can see, we're finished. The whole village is finished. The cursemongers have destroyed everything. No one that remains has their wits about them. I beg you. Would you look after this medallion? You must keep it out of the cursemongers' hands.
Oh, okay.
And if you should, then please give it to her.
Alright. Ah, there you are. See that uppercut, dude? Just ah. Nerd. But I've watched, I feel like, a lot of movies. You know, because I've just been like real like obsessed with trying to watch more movies, because a lot of what I've watched is just you know, Marvel movies and stuff. You know, I'm trying to like branch out, watch more movies. Or I'm already on heavy load. That looks kind of goofy. Oh, come on. Yeah, level up, what's that one stat? Endurance. Alright. But yeah, let me go over some movies I've watched so far. I hate that. It like counts like the ones that I've like readjusted. Those don't count, okay? A couple movies I want to rewatch as well. Nobody. Oh, that's that one. It's just readjusted. The Pest. Oh my god, I watched that for Mother's Day. Oh my god, possibly the worst thing I've ever watched of all time. Especially that one funny guy. You know, I forget his name. I like the actor a lot. this is just the worst thing he's ever done. It's the worst thing I've ever watched. I'd rather watch Twilight. Like, The Pest is horrible. Don't watch it. Like, just don't. Like, please. And a couple things on my watch list. But yeah, watch Texas Chainsaw Massacre in 1974. That was good. That was actually real good. I really like those older horror films. Just something about them, the way they're shot. I don't know, just the way they're shot for me. The acting is, I don't mean to sound like an elitist, but it's like good, but it ain't great. There's a charm to it. It's like I could act in them, you know what I mean? Like no prep time, like, well, what do you mean we're stuck here? Like, you know what I mean? But Texas Chainsaw Massacre was good. I have a 𝒓𝒒𝒔𝒕 account. If you want to follow me on there, I have no clue what it matters, but it's the same name, Cogitation. It's a Batman profile picture. I don't know if it really matters, but yeah, watch Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and then rate it at 3.5 stars. The way I rate with the star system, because I'm so used to 1 through 10, is treat each star as a 2. So 1 star equals a 2, 2 stars equals 4, 3 stars equals 5, 3 stars equals 6. You know, nerds. See, bro, that's 2 hits. I don't know if that's good enough. And then I also watched Banshees of Inisherin. That was really good. Watched Wolf of Wall Street for the first time. That was actually really good. Banshees of Inisherin. It's a beautiful film. Beautiful film. Great acting. Message kind of missed on me though. That's why I needed to watch a YouTube video on it. For me, it was just like the value of being kind, like, and remembrance, and you know, stuff like that. Yeah, it is an allegory for the Irish Civil War, but I don't know. For me, it's just being a kind person and, you know, remembrance. That's all it is for me. Wolf of Wall Street was just super good. It was just an entertaining film. No message behind it, no underlying meaning, just an entertaining film. I love Leonardo DiCaprio in that, dude. Love Scorsese. I'm gonna do a Scorsese binge one day, I swear. Know what I found out? So, I watched Taxi Driver like a year or two ago, right? Because every kid trying to get into films watches Taxi Driver, right? Love Taxi Driver. But number one, I was aware that it was directed by Martin Scorsese. I didn't even know who Scorsese was, okay? Didn't even know he had the cojones, the balls of steel, okay? That everyone loves, okay? Because everyone loves Scorsese, right? But I didn't know that in that scene where Travis is thinking of that guy, and he's like kind of like deranged. He's like, I'm gonna kill my wife, you know, in the back seat. I didn't know that was Martin Scorsese, because I kind of wasn't privy to the fact that directors, you know, appear in their own films, kind of, or that they can. Yeah, that's stupid. This video is almost it's like 2 hours long, okay? And I've done kind of absolutely nothing except give you tea about my life, which I hope is very interesting, and I hope I told it in a good way. I'm going to end it soon. I'm just going to review a couple of these movies. Oh yeah, my series of watching IMDb top 50. That's kind of out the window right now, okay? That's kind of out the window. I completely forgot. I've completely forgotten. I don't know. I've already watched a couple films off of there, and I don't know. I'm not really down to watch Lord of the Rings again right now. Even though I have all the books, I actually collected all the books. I also have all the Twilight books. I almost have all the Song of Ice and Fire books. I got George Orwell's Animal Farm. I finished Dune. Finally finished Dune after like a year. Oh my goody lord. Oh my god. Oh my god, I got Don Quixote. I pronounce it Quixote. I don't know how you pronounce it. What else did I get? I got History of the Thermodynamic War or something like that. Anyways, Ikadu was really good. I rated it 4 stars. I rated a lot of films 4 stars because I only really watch good films, so there's not a lot to break up. But Ikadu was really good. You know, proximity to death brings proximity to life. You know, and this man, and a lot of people praise Toriyama for his framing and how he shoots, and yeah, I get it. I get it now. I kind of get it. I do really want to watch Seven Samurai because that looks awesome. And then The Whale. Pretty good. I gave it a 3 star, which means the 6. Yeah, it was good. It wasn't like the best thing I've ever seen though. I was expecting a little bit more of a A24 film. Brendan Fraser killed it. Sadie Sink also killed it. That lady, that girl, Liz, killed it. I like that it takes place all in that apartment. The shots are really unique, but there's just something always missing for me. And then he goes on those stupid binge eats, dude. Oh my god. Those binge eats made me almost throw up. I watched it with my dad, dude. Oh my god. He started tearing up towards the end. Finally, oh my god, I'm going to get him to crack one day. I'm going to get him to cry to a movie. I'm going to do it. Which I almost did. I almost cried because it was sad. But ending was yeah, I don't know what happened at the ending, but it was good. Then I watched Coraline a couple nights ago. Whew, Coraline. I hadn't watched Coraline in years. I think I only finished it once. And I was a wee lad. And I hated the film. Because it was just so scary to me. And it freaked me out so much. Those buttons for eyes. The stop motion. But I watched it again with my little sister. And it was really good. I gave it a 4 star. Very pretty film. You know, beautifully animated. You know, I feel like a good message about temptation for kids. Just because something really seems nice, you really shouldn't be going after it. Because the present reality you have is what you should focus on and what you should, really build towards or build on. I was like, yeah, good film. Then I watched Evil Dead on Monday, June 5th, and that was good. 1983, way it was shot was just really nice, and and then I wanted to watch Evil Dead 2 right afterwards, because I was like, I'm so awake, I'm so ready, I'm so rip-raring to go, I'll watch it. I watched 2. It's only an hour 20 like the last one. I didn't because it had ads on Max. On HBO Max, whatever. And I hate that about every single streaming service that has ads. I'm paying you money. Stop giving me ads. I don't care how much. Give me no ads. They put ads on the Batman, dude. How else am I supposed to watch the Batman now? Without ads. I wanted to watch it without ads. You do realize that you putting ads disrupts the film so hard. When I'm watching My 600-Pound Life to get some workout motivation, yeah, I don't mind the ads because it's off of TLC. Yeah, dude. Put the ad breaks in there. I don't care. Dude, this is an hour, 20-minute film. You put, 6, 8 ad breaks in there. Cut it out. Anyways. And then I watched Army of Darkness today. That was so good. I gave it a 4-star. I gave Evil Dead 2 4.5. As my favorite films, because you're able to pick like a top 4. I might need to rearrange just a little bit. I have Kill Bill number 1. That'll always stay there. I love Kill Bill with all my heart. And I have Everything Ever All at Once in second place, which I think it might just stay there because I love that film so much. I think Everything Ever All at Once is like a supreme film. Like, I'm the A24 guy. You know the film nerds that are like, oh, A24. Oh, it's an A24 film. Haha. Yeah, I'm that guy. I love anything A24. I haven't watched all their films, but I'll watch any one of them. You put any one of them on, I'll watch it. I love A24. That's why I was so willing to watch The Whale, and I wanted to watch it so bad, because it was A24, okay? Then I have Spider-Man, the first one, directed by Sam Raimi. I love that thing. It has literally made me into the person I am today. The person of wanting to be kind and wanting to help people and wanting to save people all the time. Like, that's just me. I'm Peter Parker. And then fourth, I have Parasite, because I've finally started to realize how much I really, really love that film. Because that film was awesome. Like, that film was really good. Like, if you haven't watched Parasite, you need to watch Parasite. It's so good. Like, perfect, like, socialism film, bro. Like, anti-capitalism film, dude. I don't know, I might have to rearrange my top 4, because American Psycho should be there, but it's like my number 5. I have to, make it 3x3 for movies. I love 3x3s, even though they're like dead and gone. They're just amazing. I love them. But I'm just gonna do it for this video because I kind of want to use my flashlight. I got one for my birthday present thing, so I want to use that and then go to bed. I'm watching like 𝒓𝒆𝒔𝒕 or something. But so that's gonna be it. Nothing really. I didn't really do anything this episode. Just uncovered a lot of Liurnia, did some stuff, went underground. Oh, I completely forgot. Wait, did I? I did do that. I did the Ansel River. Next episode, I think we'll go back to 𝒕𝒕 and do the Dragonkin thing, and then we'll finish off Ray Lucaria and the manor, and then we'll go to Altus Plateau. Then I think, once we hit Altus Plateau and we get the weapon I want, I think we'll hit down back to Caelid. Yeah. And then we'll do Altus Plateau, bomb, bomb, bomb. And we'll be fine and dandy. Not a lot to this game, even though there is. Especially when you know what you're doing. But I just like to run around because I haven't played in a while. But hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, make sure to leave a like, maybe comment and subscribe, because so much fun, so much effort, so much so much 𝒕, I just ramble, okay? If someone has actually watched this all the way through, I just ramble, dude, okay? Anyways, that's gonna do it for this episode. If you liked it, press that like button, subscribe, comment. Eat your fruits and vegetables, drink lots of water, and be a kind person. I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Toodaloo.